Welcome to ArtTown podcast series, or ATPS as we like to call it. Every week on Friday, we feature art and design professionals who take us through their journey in this fascinating world of art. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify. And with that, let's continue with the show and dive deep into the ocean of art. Next thing that I want to ask you is what technology and software do you use to enhance your photography and keep it updated? And what kind of camera gears do you prefer?
So right now I use Nikon gears, but whosoever is planning to invest in gears, let's say I would suggest them to go with Sony gears. So the idea about behind the whole thing behind choosing a right gear is you must choose the right gear for which you have a easy access to different lens rentals in a market. And second thing is your camera gear. Let's say you plan to sell your camera gear in next 1 year, then you should also get a good ROI on whatever you have already invested. So from that point, you're always safe. So I personally go with Nikon gear. So I use Nikon D750 and I do have an action camera as well. From a gear point of view, this is it. Particularly from a wildlife photography point of view, I always have a bean bag. So you don't need to actually go out and then purchase a bean bag. It will cost you a lot. You can just use a pillow cover or something and fill it up with grains. We that way that is always a cheaper option, and that helps you to stabilize your camera whenever you are in a gypsy for a photography thing. So beanbag I always carry. Then a sanitizer just to sanitize the camera. You're done with your photography day, you clean off your camera and then you sanitize it. So that will keep your camera away from molds. Then from a software point, I use Lightroom. That's a paid edition, Adobe Lightroom Creative Cloud. Why Lightroom? Because in Lightroom, whatever processing or whatever editing you do, it is a non-destructive editing. So you can just change it and it won't affect your original photograph. So with just one click you can change from one edit to different edits, and your original photograph is always intact. Because most of the competition, whether you go for international level competition, they will always ask you for your raw image photo, unprocessed and unedited. So in that way, Lightroom helps me to keep both raw as well as edited images separately, and it's very easy to use and less it consumes less memory. And the good thing is Lightroom Creative Cloud, it comes with a cloud subscription, so you can also install an Android app, and whatever processing or whatever work you have done on your laptop, it is available for you in cloud. So you can access those things from your mobile as well. So from a shareability point of view, you can just log into your mobile app and then share those photos with your friends and family and stuff. And from a lens point of view, yes, I use 50 mm 1.8, 24 120 f4, and 70 300 f 3.5 to 5.6. For a bird photography, you need to have a really good and robust, steady tripod. So I use Benro tripods. So the heavier your gear is, the more stable tripod you will need. So again, from that point of view, Sony cameras or Sony DSLT cameras, the digital single lens translucent, these cameras, they are compact, lightweight, and they're super powerful. Even if you have a good tripod, like okayish tripod, so those cameras won't give you headache.
To continue listening to this podcast, you can find us on Spotify and search ArtTown Podcast Series. See you there.